Hey everyone, welcome back to Pokémon Insurgence. I hope everybody is staying happy, healthy, and safe. On the last part, we finally made our way here to Oranos Town. Oranos? Or Oranos? I'm not sure how you say it, but we came here to this town, and we encountered Zenith under his disguise as Zachary. And I would assume his cult members who were also disguised, and they were vaccinating people. I know, that sounds like a really good thing in this day and age, but it actually isn't in this situation. And as we came into this building here, where people were getting vaccinated, we were attacked. So, on this part, we're going to move forward from this town, and we're going to check out some things in the route beyond, and hopefully, the next town. But before we do that, we have some things I would like to cover. Mainly in this area of the town. So, starting off, I would like to talk to the Pikachu guy. So, he has a quest that we can take on. Oh, excellent! Well, you see, I have a small garage in Torren where I live and maintain my taxi. I was so close to finishing this awesome upgrade, but my garage was broken into. The pieces were stolen. Only 2 pieces were stolen, thankfully. Please keep an eye for them. People might be reselling them, or they might be buried up in the mountain for all I know. Let me know if you find both of them. So, with this new information, we're going to go ahead and now move on to this route here. This is going to be Route 15. I'll put the new encounters up on the screen. They're pretty interesting. But what's more interesting than that, however, is going to be this item up over here. Right in plain sight is going to be the first Pikachu piece. And for the second piece, unfortunately, we're going to have to travel. So I will meet you in the Black Market under Helios City. Here in the Black Market, if we talk to this man over here, hey, I have this old piece of machine junk. Want it? I'll sell it for $5,000. And we're gonna take it. So that is the second Pikachu machine piece. Also, while we're here, this guy also just happens to sell light balls, so I'm going to take a bunch of them. They're really cheap, and you might want to get at least one. You don't have to. And so with that, we're going to go ahead and head on back to the Pikachu guy and see what he has to say to us. If we come back to him, and if we talk to him right here, we don't even have to pick any options here. He just reeks out. He knows. You found the 2 taxi machine pieces. Oh boy. Hold on. Do you know what this means? I finally completed my Emolga taxi. A modification to the taxi that lets you fly above Torren. That's right. Fly. Soaring all over the world. It's incredible. Please, let me know if this interests you. So after that, he will go ahead and tell us about the Emolga taxi. And I would like to fly, actually. So he will give us the directions here, which are Q and W to turn the view, and T and Y to zoom in and out. This was obviously kind of added because during Generation 6, or at least during the remakes of Generation 3, you got the option to soar in the sky on Latios and Latias, which was pretty cool, and I'm guessing the devs saw that and they thought, we could add something like that. Anyways, as you're soaring above towns, you get the option to kind of land there if you want. If you see the name, you can land there. But that's not all. You can actually encounter Pokemon up here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the encounters up here on the screen as we encounter this Pelipper. So that's pretty cool, and unfortunately, Snorlax is a little bit too slow to get away from this Pelipper. There are certain Pokemon that we are looking for up here, though. There are certain Pokemon that we can actually only find up here in the sky. So I'll actually talk to you as soon as we find those Pokemon. Alright, so I think I've actually found it. It should be right up over here. if I can just interact with it. And that is exactly what I was looking for. That is the Delta Pikachu. That is 1 out of 2 Pokemon that we're looking for up here in the skies. So, I didn't actually show these off in the encounters list, but there's only 2 Deltas here up in the skies, and this is actually one of them. So, I really don't want to deal with trying to weaken this thing and having it break out of a million Pokeballs, so I'm just going to use one of those Delta Balls. So, Delta Pikachu is kind of a weird Pokemon. It's a flying and fairy Pokemon. And obviously there is no username on this because Delta Pikachu is the 2nd evolution, so that would probably be on the Pikachu page, or Pichu page. Aside from that though, it is actually a pretty cool Pokemon. The Light Ball actually works with Delta Pikachu. It also has kind of bad regular abilities. However, it does get Gale Wings as a hidden ability, so when we can get that with the Light Ball, it'll be really formidable. If you want to evolve it into a Delta Raichu though, all you have to do is give it a Shiny Stone, or I think a Moonstone works as well. I'm not sure why they allowed it to have 2 different stones, but that's kind of cool, I guess. Anyways, there is one other Pokemon that I'm looking for up here, and I will meet you again when I find it. Alright, so I finally found it. It should run into us right here. But this is going to be the Delta Drifloon. So, I think you can guess what type this is going to be. It's going to be Fire Flying. It's alright. It's not really as amazing as Delta Pikachu. I'm not saying that because Delta Pikachu is the mascot of the series. It's a Delta species discovered by Youngro. It is formed by the passionate spirits of people in Pokemon. I don't know why, but it kind of looks really familiar to me. But either way, it's not that great of a Pokemon. Then again, it has Drifloon space stats, so you can't really complain about that either. And that's basically the only wild deltas that we're going to find up here in the air. However, there is one more thing that we can actually do now that we're soaring in the skies, and that is to come down over here. If we fly off the coast over here, and if we fly over to the left-hand corner, eventually, actually I'm not even sure where I'm at. Okay, that's Slither Forest. I think I still need to go... Yeah, okay, so I got a little bit lost. However, from Slither Forest, we actually want to go all the way down over here. I guess I needed to go down a little bit further. But we should find an area over here, if I can get the pointer over it. Alright, there we go. There is a little bit of a glitch when soaring, unfortunately, where if you're crossing the map over, for instance, if I went down too far, then I would actually appear at the top of the map eventually. Or if I went too far over to the right, I would eventually appear on the opposite side, all the way over on the left side of the map. But when you do that, the pointer actually takes a while to catch up to you. I'm not sure why that happens, but it does. But either way, over here is going to be the Mysterious Spire. And we can actually land here at the Mysterious Spire for no reason whatsoever. So just for finding this place, you can actually find the Haxorite, which allows you to Mega Evolve a regular Haxorus into Mega Haxorus. Also has some pretty cool music, but that's all we can really do here. In fact, there's a few other areas that we can actually come to via this method of soaring in the sky and then kind of landing down on top of them. However, that's the only one that we can really make use of right now. But it's still a really, really cool addition. So with this, I'm going to go ahead and head back to Aranos Town, assuming I can actually find my way there. I should be able to. I haven't covered this yet, however, landing is a little bit tricky. So when you want to land, you need to make absolutely certain that the arrow is directly over the Pokemon Center that you're trying to land into, or using the confirmation button. I don't know why they couldn't have possibly made it so that you could just hover over the town and land like that. I'm guessing limitations and coding and things like that. Honestly, it is kind of the reason that I don't use the soaring mechanic a lot more. But anyways, back here in Reynos Town, now that we've helped the Pikachu guy, we're going to help this guy out. It's good to see kids like you taking an active role in society. Say, would you be able to give me a hand? Just a small favor. Shouldn't take you too long. Oh great! I lost an important item of mine in the caves of Route 15. It was a rock, I think? Or far away from one. If I knew where it was exactly, I'd get it myself. It's really important to me. If you can find it for me, I'll get you something in return. So, we're going to keep that in mind as we run around on Route 15. I actually really like this route. I also want to point this out because I don't think a lot of people pay attention to it. The trainer tips on this route will tell you that the pavement on Route 15 is made of the finest concrete. Biking over it will allow you to go very fast while remaining in control. So if I jump on my bike here, and if I can turn the speed up down, just for comparison, this is how fast you go on the concrete, and this is how fast you go on the grass. And you can even see it. This guy, if I can talk to him, there we go. If you talk to him, he will complain about how he can't be as fast as the girl that's biking on the pavement. So that's really cool. I think if I was hatching eggs, like manually hatching eggs and not paying the person with the chemicals to hatch them for me, then this is probably where I would go. Besides that though, if we look around randomly on this part of the path, there should be a couple of hidden items, if I can find them. Actually, I'll try to take this a little bit slower. Alright, there's the nugget. Alright, there it is. There is the max revive right there. I just kind of know those two items are pretty big items, so I do like to point them out. It's kind of annoying. I feel like this game really doesn't like for you to search for items by just spamming the A button up and down like that. Inside of this cave right here, if we come all the way to the back, we'll actually find the Magnetrike. That is a pretty regular mega, so we're not going to see much of that. Instead, we're going to continue down over here. And actually, our next stop is going to be over here. Kid, you gotta help me. My boss is gonna kill me. I'm supposed to be supervising the Satellite Corps tower while he's gone, but somehow, something got in and ran havoc on the equipment. The locks are busted. I can't even get in and find whatever's causing the problem. Will you help me? Oh man, thank you so much. This really means a lot. The front door should be open. The locks to the upstairs are the ones that are busted. Good luck, and thank you again. Yeah, I don't really know why he asked a random kid for help, but he does. Also, the TM for Flash Cannon is actually just right over here. So this is the Satellite Corps, and if we come up the stairs right here, since we can't do anything over there, we'll eventually come over to this door which is locked, and it will kind of present us with a puzzle. Fortunately, the Insurgence wiki actually has all the solutions on there, so we can just kind of copy them onto here. It's a very simple puzzle, at least for this floor. However, as we progress to this floor right up here, you may notice that it will tell you that you have to use Shift or Z to rotate the tiles. And that's true, because these tiles now have to actually be rotated into their proper position. So that's something to keep in mind. And this is going to be the second puzzle right here. You want to be very careful. There are some pieces like those yellow pieces that you have to rotate in a very specific manner. Otherwise, it doesn't actually count. And up here is going to be the third and final puzzle. Again, same mechanics as earlier. And this is going to be the final puzzle right here. If you've been paying attention, then you kind of know that all these puzzles here are basically the same solution, just rotated. and over here we'll have the source of the problems. So this is going to be Delta Cyndaquil. I'm just going to lob a Delta Ball at it. It's actually a really cool Pokemon. It is Electric Steel type, if I can capture this. Alright, so that took a little while. So it's a Delta species discovered by one of the 4 Rocket Bros. When placed in darkness, it will automatically generate more and more electricity from its Tesla coil. So in its first stage as a Cyndaquil, it is only a mono-electric Pokemon, but that changes as it evolves. And seeing as how regular Typhlosion did get a Mega Evolution, it would make sense that Delta Typhlosion would also get a Mega Evolution. So like I said, Typhlosion, the final form, is a Steel Electric type. And its Mega form has the same stats as the regular Mega in this game, but it has a new ability called Supercell. So basically in darkness or in the rain, it gains a massive boost to its special attack. Anyways, if we come out of here, we can talk to the scientist, who will be very, very grateful, and a Delta species. That's interesting. I would have never guessed. I guess I owe you one. Why don't you take this? Thank you so much. My boss would have killed me. I do honestly feel like these NPCs could work on their gratitude a little bit more. However, with the satellite corpse taken care of, we can now head on down this way. So over down this way, we will enter the Route 15 under again. And I should actually put up the encounters for this area because they're a little bit different. And with the encounters out of the way, I just want to point out that right here is where the family heirloom is. And aside from that, we can pass this youngster over here. I think that youngster has a belly drum Linoon or something like that. I don't remember it, but it actually shocked me a little bit. But we can actually pass through there and out over here into Route 15 yet again. You don't really miss much. However, I want to point out this guy. Listen here, bucko. I'm the sketchy salesman. Want to buy a couple TMs? They're legit. I promise ya. So, he has Sludge Bomb, which I will take. He has Facade, I will also take. He has Sword Stance, which is amazing. I've been missing that for so long, and I know that you could technically get it at the Sonata tracks, but I had such bad luck with it. We can also get Grass Knot and Power Up Punch, which are also pretty good TMs. And with that, Route 15 has come to an end. We are now in Amphitrite City. However, we are forgetting something, aren't we? So how about we go back to Aranos Town for just 1 second and give that man back his heirloom. Back here in Aranos Town, if we talk to the hiker, hopefully he will take it from us. Oh man, I don't know how I could ever repay you. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. I'm not sure what I could give you that could make up for it. How about this? I've got a few spares. And he will actually give us an Ivy Stone. So, with everything up to this point taken care of, let's head back to Amphitrite City. Back here in Amphitrite City, all we have to do is go to these stairs and the story should progress. Ah, I see. There you are. I've been looking all over for you. I see. This is Calreath. He's the gym leader of Amphitrite. Nice to meet you, I see. You've already met my girlfriend Diana. She called ahead and told me to expect you. I've been looking all over for you two. I've heard all the stories. Kids who took down a cult. It's a bit embarrassing, really. We gym leaders should really be helping you out. I plan on it. Diana and I would love to join you two, if you're willing. But I can help you out so much better by introducing you to someone. When I was younger, I lived in the Roma region. My best friend and I were accomplished Pokemon trainers, and I guess someone took notice. We were both chosen by Pixie Pokemon. My friend was chosen by Victini, and I Manaphy. He works for someone else now. I promised him I'd let him know if I found anyone else chosen by the Pixies. I'd appreciate it if you two could see him. He has an interest in you. There's a cave in the lake to the south. Just continue through, you can't miss it. I promise you, you're on the same side. You have a common enemy, and he said he had something to give to you. Come see me when you get back. I run the gym here, after all. You can have your challenge. You can get your badge, and we can discuss strategy. Sound good? Good. Well, that was a nice conversation he had with himself. I'm curious though. I'm going to head into the cave. I know, I shouldn't trust him so easily, but if he really was chosen by Manaphy, he can't be that bad, right? I hope. It'd be nice if you could join me though. Hopefully I'm not walking into a trap. Jeez, we really can't trust anyone, can we? I'll see you in the cave. So with that said and done, we actually now have the whole city of Amphitrite to explore, unfortunately. So starting with this house right here, we have a lady that will give us a quiz if we talk to her. So if we talk to her, she will ask us about a competitive quiz with a prize. Alright, let's go. Second question, which of these Pokemon is the slowest? And the answer is actually Trapinch. Okay, good stuff. Question 3, here it comes. Which of these natures would hinder Jolteon? And the answer is actually Jolly. Right, Quirky wasn't great either, but it wouldn't have hindered it in the way Jolly would. Okay, last question. This one's a tough one. What happens to water moves when a Charizardite Y holding Charizard enters the fray? And nothing. Nicely done. It was a trick question. I said when it enters the battle, not when it Mega Evolves. Thanks for participating. Here's your prize. And she will give us some more Dream Mist. That Dream Mist is very rare. It only comes from Unova Musharna. It has some special properties, but you'll need to see a Dream Guru for that. Thanks again! So we're now done with her, and we can continue on. I don't actually think there's too much down in the lower part of the city. However, right here we can actually find a rare candy. And I believe up here we'll find a shady salesman who is selling another Pokemon egg. I think this egg is actually a Badoo, so that's cool, I think. Also up over here, or actually is it down here? Yeah, it's down here. There is a lady that we can talk to that will give us a life orb. After that, we can come right around here and go around the back of these houses. Grab this full restore, but if we continue back behind the TV, we can actually find the TM for Flamethrower that's kind of hidden. And outside of that, we continue on down over here, and I believe if we can come up here, we can talk to this lady over here who will ask for a hand. One of my Pokemon, well, it escaped. It ran off into the wild of Route 14. It should be available just in the tall grass around there. It was a level 25 Hypno. It was really special to me. There's no other Hypno like that in the world. So she wants us to actually go and find a level 25 Hypno in the tall grass of Route 14. So I'm actually here in Route 14. I just caught the Hypno. I found it after a few encounters, so that's pretty good. However, I want to point something else out. So normally I don't point out hidden grottos unless there's something really special about them, like a Delta Pokemon. However, I do want to point out this hidden grotto right here. So, in this hidden grotto, I found a Girafarig. That's not too important. The Pokemon that you can find in this hidden grotto here are Girafarig, Sneasel, Scraggy, and Bulbasaur. The reason I'm mentioning this is because you may want to search for a Bulbasaur in this hidden grotto, because you might want it to trade for something else back in Amphitrite City. And that's all I'm going to tell you. Alright, so first things first, we're going to go ahead and return the Hypno. So I'm just going to give the Hypno back. And as our reward, she will give us the Macargonite. So we've already kind of seen the Mega Macargo in battle. Last time we saw it, Zenith had one, and it was pretty cool. It wasn't anything dangerous, but it was cool. However, over here, we will find a Black Belt, and he would like to trade. If you have a Bulbasaur, he will trade you a Delta Shuckle. So I don't have a Bulbasaur on hand, so I will likely get back to this trade and probably take care of it off screen. However, Delta Shuckle it's something. I'm resisting the urge to laugh here, but Delta Shuckle is a fighting steel type. So it could have Sturdy or it could have No Guard as an ability. The main thing you would be doing with it would probably be throwing off No Guard dynamic punches and laying spikes. I don't really see anything else you could do with it. I mean, it does have Power Up Punch, but realistically, it has 10 base attack. You're not going to do anything with that, unfortunately. You could try usual Shuckle antics like Power Split, Guard Split, or whatever those moves are, but it's still a Shuckle. And honestly, it's kind of worse off compared to regular Shuckle because it doesn't really have all the defensive utility moves that regular Shuckle is going to get, which is kind of unfortunate. Also, I want to mention that the Master Ball over there, the right of me, that is a troll item. You can't get it. There is no way to grab that Master Ball over there. And if you did hack the game, suppose you had like a walk through walls method to actually walk through the walls and grab it, the item would actually give you a troll line of text as well. So don't do that. And with all this said and done, I think we've done enough for this part. We finally reached Amphitrite City, and we continued on the story just a little bit before exploring around quite a bit. On the next part, we are definitely going to continue onward with the story, and hopefully I'll have some cool new Pokemon to show off as well, because I will definitely be training up some of the newer members in the PC. So thank you all so much for watching. Also, I'm sorry, I probably sound a little bit nasally. I'm really sorry about that. But thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, hope it helps, and I will most definitely catch you all in the next part. Peace.